Welcome to Malawi, the warm heart of Africa. A land of timeless beauty, inhabited by some of the friendliest people on our continent. Malawi is a compact country, and it's quite feasible to stay at one of the beautiful lake resorts and still reach most of the places of interest within a couple of hours' drive. The pace in Malawi is slow, and looking at the people, one gets the feeling that the whole nation somehow got stuck between centuries. Club Mokokola, situated on the shores of Lake Malawi, has an idyllic setting, and through the years the gardens have been cultivated to become a horticulturist's dream. A visit to a nearby island is highly recommended. Bird life is in abundance. Fish eagles taking prey are a common sight. For the snorkel enthusiasts, a wonder world filled with tropical fish awaits in the shallows. The local fishing village makes an interesting stop before returning to the lodge. Here, vibrant colours and atmosphere mix, creating a happy and relaxed setting reminiscent of yesteryear. There are a lot of friendly faces and activity around this time of the day, because it is the time to get ready for their nightly fishing excursion into the lake. The last rays of the sun play lightly over the lake, creating another beautiful African sunset. Any time of the day is the right time for bowel boards to come out. This age-old game has survived the centuries, and by looking at it, one feels that it must have its origin in the Far East somewhere. Leaving the lake behind for now, we take a drive to Liwonde National Park, situated on the Shire River. The bird life in this area is absolutely astonishing and well worth the trip. Accommodation is great, and one has a choice of bungalows, tents or camping. The setting is absolutely mind-blowing, and to the trained ear, the sound of Africa will give another dimension to your bush experience. The visit usually includes game drives, and a whole variety of Africa's most interesting specimens are on offer. The boat trips are very popular, and this is game viewing at its best for the less energetic. Hippos are around in large numbers, and the game wardens usually know the best spots to view these giants of the river. Most towns have a marketplace, and this is where everybody and their mates will have to pass by sometime. Food and commodities of every description are on offer. The market is a hive of activity, and many of the wares get manufactured on the spot. A visit is an experience not to be missed, even if it's just to rub shoulders with the locals and to get a better idea of what makes them tick. If you have the energy to propel yourself around the lake, you should head for Cape Maclear. Your starting point here will be the Malawi National Park, which extends into the lake. Some of the rest camps offer stunning views of the lake, and they all invariably have a baobab tree to mark the spot. Private companies offer kayak expeditions into this area, and all you have to bring is your wallet and a lot of excess energy. Malawi is a great choice as a holiday destination and is guaranteed to soothe the soul of those not in a hurry travelers that can afford to spend an extra day. Sunbird Nkopola Lodge is one of the older lodges on the lake and has a view as good as one can get. The lodge offers great accommodation and the food is of the highest standard. They also boast a full complement of water sports. Muwa Parish and Missionary Station is situated in a mountainous area not far from the lake. Apart from its religious contribution to the area, the parish has also endeavoured to develop local art. The mission is home to a number of woodcarvers who have working studios on site, and visitors are welcome to browse around and buy some of the artefacts. Some of these pieces of art are on exhibition in places like the United Nations headquarters in New York, the Union Buildings in South Africa, and even the Vatican City. Most of the carvings are very intricate, and months of work goes into such pieces, in some cases even years of work. There's also a curio shop on the premises selling other types of artwork. The mission station has become involved in the marketing of art, ensuring that the artists get paid correctly. The beautiful old church seems inseparable from the ancient landscape. The decorations and sculptures inside are locally made, and it's worth visiting this place of worship. The very important Malawi Cultural Museum is also to be found here. History is revealed in the flowery language of the tour guide, and some of the exhibits are so sacred that one is not allowed to film them. The building itself is of interest, with paintings depicting the history of the Malawian people on the outside. During one's travels, one is sure to pass some of the older fishing villages. Here one can mix with the locals. The dried and smoked fish is a culinary experience of a different kind, reserved for the more daring diners amongst us. The Livingstonia Hotel is one of the older hotels on the lake, but still one of the most luxurious stays around. The hotel finds itself in a dignified setting and provides the perfect platform for the usual enjoyable lakeside activities. Yachting regattas often launch from here, and the yacht races here are said to be the longest freshwater races in the world. The hotel also arranges day trips to nearby places of interest. One of these trips may be to the cichlid export factory, where a variety of freshwater tropical fish is kept. The tour is educational, and one will know a lot more about the lake and its inhabitants when one leaves. In the same area, there are some really affordable self-catering lodges to be found. Some of them are self-proclaimed nature reserves, and it's possible to see tame animals at these lodges. This one aims more at the backpacking market and is built into the side of a mountain overlooking the lake. It is small and intimate, and ideal for people wanting a quiet getaway. Up in the northern parts of the lake, there are still more lakeside lodges to be found. They may not be so well frequented by tourists, but they're of the same high standard as the popular ones near the main centres. The views from the pool deck are stunning, and because it's not so crowded here, it feels like someone has punched life's pause button. Further north on the way to the highlands, one passes through the odd big town. Hotels dating from yesteryear can still be found here, and they're in pristine condition. This is a step back in time, and well worth a visit. Elephants still abound in Malawi, and parks like these, where these gentle giants are protected, are a wonderful experience. There is also accommodation here, but watch out when moving around at night, for elephants have the right of way. Kasungu National Park has a unique setting, and it's the perfect place to observe hippos, one of the most dangerous animals in the African bush. The lake in front of the lodge hosts about 50 of these animals, and sunset and early morning viewing is an experience to treasure. Nyika Plateau is a 2,600-meter climb from the lake. This makes for an interesting drive that will test the skills of most adventurers. For the not-so-daring, there are regular flights to the park. This island in the sky covers an area of 3,000 square kilometers and is home to numerous orchids and other interesting flora. A journey through Malawi could be one of the most rewarding experiences one can undertake in one's lifetime. The country is so rich in its diversity of wildlife, scenery and cultural experiences that it's sure to leave its mark on the soul of the visitor.